Okay, let's talk a little bit about epoxy floors and epoxy garages. We offer a product that can only be bought by contractors and can only be bought by someone who is licensed and insured to install. That's the only way that you can purchase the product. So our product is a very high grade, commercial grade product. We like to apply this because we know that down the road we will not have anything to worry about if applied properly. Now, talking about being applied properly, if you are talking to a few different companies about what their pricing is, their process is, if any of the companies, okay, especially the ones that are trying to charge you $799 for a 2-car garage, are not going to grind, they say that preparation is the key to success. Well, that is exactly what our mantra is at Nonslip Services when it comes to applying any type of epoxy coating. So preparation is really most of where your cost is coming from. When it's done the right way, you'll have nothing to worry about down the road. We've been doing this for a very long time. We've had a lot of great success, and we have a great product. But I have to say that our preparation is what makes the product so great. And one of those things is making sure that the surface is ground. No matter what they say, unless you just poured that concrete, the impurities, the oil, the rust, the water, the old paint, the flaking, all that needs to come up for any type of epoxy, whether it is an industrial grade epoxy like ours, or it's a general epoxy like something you buy at Home Depot, a Rust-Oleum, something like that. You need to grind. Pressure washing is not enough. So if someone that you are talking to tells you that, hey, I'm just going to pressure wash, I'm going to acid wash, it'll be fine, absolutely not. Because epoxy and water do not mix. It is there. It's like oil and water. They do not mix. A vapor barrier. Are they putting a vapor barrier down? Do they even know what a vapor barrier is? You got to put it down, especially here in Florida. We have so much moisture. Our water table is so low that you need that extra protection on the concrete for that epoxy not to pull up down the road. What are they putting on top of the epoxy? Are they putting down urethane? Are they putting down some type of membrane that's going to protect the tires from the epoxy? And the reason why that's important is many of the chemicals that are in your lower grade epoxies, i.e. the Rust-Oleums, things like that, that people put down in their own homes themselves, which are okay. You know, especially if you're flipping the house, that's definitely a route to go. But if you're going to be in the house for a few years, if you're looking to be in this house and have a 10, 15 year, 20 year garage, you're really going to want to spend an extra few dollars in getting a professional to install. Speaking of warranty, when you purchase our product, when you allow us to install, when you allow us to prepare the floor properly, most homes are going to qualify for a life of ownership warranty, meaning we're going to check that garage floor every 6 months, as long as you own it, to make sure there's no lifting, there's no peeling, there's no flaking, there's nothing going on that's going to hurt us down the road. There's no hot tires that are cooling on the surface after our 150 degree days here in summer, and those tires heat up to 200 degrees. You're driving out there for, a couple hundred miles, you pull into your driveway, you pull into your garage, those tires will actually cool down, and if not done properly, will melt that epoxy, because those chemicals in the tires are very similar to those chemicals that are in the epoxy. You have to have a membrane over the top of it. Are they putting down that right membrane? Very, very important. Let's set up a time. Let's take a consultation, give you some great pricing, some wonderful service,